Support for Radio Friends comes from Le Brunnerie Financial, where they work to ensure a lifetime of financial security for people from all walks of life, from investment services to retirement plans. If you're looking for a trustworthy company that has the experience and knowledge to put your interests first, contact Le Brunnerie Financial, a community-based investment counseling firm since 1966. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Monday, March the 30th. Pleasure to have you with us today. We're going to talk about LTAB, Youth Poetry Slam. What is LTAB? Well, we have two people here today to tell us, Josh Runnels and T'KEYAH Thomas.
Yes.
Pleasure to have both of you. And it's good to see you, T'KEYAH, because I hear you on the radio.
That is a thing.
And you know, you're on KBIA.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am.
And you hear the voice and you wonder, what does the face look like? So
Here
now
I
we
am,
know.
y'all.
Okay. Now, so we know what T'KEYAH Thomas looks like, but what is LTAB Youth Poetry Slam?
LTAB Youth Poetry Slam is the world's largest youth poetry slam competition. It started in Chicago back in 2001, and since then there's been over 20 chapters and still growing, and we are the 20th chapter, which is now here in Columbia, Missouri, and so we've got together about a total of 6 or 7 schools over the past 3 years, including a community organization, and we lead these schools together to create poetry slam competitions, and they come once a year to compete.
Right.
Every spring.
So how do you fit into this?
Well, we are two of the core administrative members of the thing. So call us creative directors, if you will.
Yeah.
But outside of Louder Than a Bomb, we're a part of a collective called One Mic Poetry Collective, and we're just a bunch of community poets. Some of us students, some of us graduates, some of us,
Have you worked
traveling.
with Walter Bargan before?
I know Walter Bargan.
He was just
but
he was
never...
on here.
Oh, does he have a new book? Does he have another book coming out?
He was our first. No, he was our first poet laureate for the state of Missouri.
Yeah, I know that.
And he's really an interesting guy. You need to have him come to some of your meetings sometime.
Well, that's the thing. Like what we do with Louder Than a Bomb, we are collaborating with as many local poets and literary and artist icons that we have here in mid-Missouri, because there are so many resources here in Columbia. And the big thing for us is just wanting to introduce these high school students to all of the many ways of what a poet's life could look like. And specifically with Poetry Slam and with Louder Than a Bomb, you're putting these students on a stage in front of people, in front of their community members that either look like them or don't. And if you can encourage high school students to learn how to do that now, to get up on stage and tell their story in front of people that don't look like them, those students will be more likely to advocate for their families, their schools, their communities in the future once they get to college, once they get out of college, and they're already networking with these other poets and writers that are already in their area. So they're investing, they want to stay and they want to put more back into their community.
You are good.
For that. I mean,
you are good. Have you thought about going into politics?
Nah.
You are good. I'm sitting here listening to you, and I said, this gal knows what she's talking about, and she's talking about it with passion.
But also, like, what we're doing, like, we're just taking the model from Young Chicago Authors, YCA, what they've already provided for us. So, like, Louder Than a Bomb, like Joshua said, started in 2001, right after 9/11, as a way to give students that live in these young communities a voice, a space, a safe space to, like, actually process and unpack what's going on in their world, and then, like, understanding how they live and who they are in the middle of all that. We're just following YCA's model.
Okay. No, we're just about out of time, but is there a special event that's coming up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It is now March, so looking forward to April. Our semifinals and our finals are coming up. Semifinals will be, March 12th.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Honestly,
give us the April date real quick.
Yes. The April date, we'll definitely look forward to the Unbound Book Festival. That's going to be the weekend of April 23rd through the 25th. I should have written something down. Go to the website at unboundbookfestival.com for all the information. Louder Than a Bomb, LTAB.
All right. I want to thank both of you for coming by today.
Yes, for
and
sure.
T'KEYAH, you need to think about going into politics.
Nah, man.
No. Wait a minute. You've got a good message. You've got a good message, and you deliver it beautifully.
Well, thank
you.
you.
I'm glad I got to meet you.
Yes,
okay?
for sure, man.
Best luck with
for sure.
LTAB Youth Poetry Slam.
Thank you.
You got it.
Okay, we go from talking about Louder Than a Bomb Youth Poetry Slam to the ultimate biohack. Now, what is the ultimate biohack? I've got Dayna Glanz with us today from Osteostrong. What are we talking about when we say the ultimate biohack?
Well, basically, a biohack is hacking your own biology to heal your own body.
That's what a biohack is.
That's what a biohack is.
You hack your own biology to heal your body.
Yes.
And that's what you're doing with Osteostrong.
Yes.
And what is Osteostrong started how many years ago?
It started back in 2012, the franchise did. But the actual building of the machine started back in the early 2000s.
And tell us about what it is and what it does.
Basically, the machines are isometric computerized robotic machines that build skeletal strength.
And you sit on these machines and you're actually pushing against your own body, aren't you?
Basically, you're pushing against a plate, a solid state machine, which means there's no movable parts. So it's like you're isometrically pushing to stimulate bone growth.
But before you start this, I know, now I came over and did this with you several weeks ago. The machine weighs you. It knows what your weight is. And then the computer does something to program so that you're doing what with your weight?
So basically, we put your weight in because in order to trigger osteogenic loading, which is bone building, you have to compress 4.2 multiples of your own body weight. So that's put into the computer so that it will calculate that on the screen that you see when you're pushing on the plate.
So what happens? What's the experience that you have then?
The experience is you're basically pushing. You feel pressure on the legs, for instance, when you're doing the leg press, and you do it for 6-7 minutes, and then you release. And then it shows you how many multiples of body weight that you actually pushed. And in order to start building bone density, you need to hit the trigger marks, which on the leg press is set at 4.2 multiples of your own body weight.
Mm-hmm. Now, you say you do it for 4, 5, 6 minutes, but
seconds.
Seconds. You said minutes, but you that's what I thought. It's only seconds.
Seconds.
It's only 5 or 6 seconds that you do it. I mean, it's so quick, but it works, and then you go on to the next thing. The whole process, when you go through all these different machines, takes what, about 10 minutes or so?
At the most.
Yeah. It really is amazing, and if you want to see it or you want more information, you can give Dayna a call at Osteostrong. And what's your number?
Our number there is 573-554-5881.
Okay, or the website is?
And the website is osteostrong.me.
Osteostrong.me.
They can basically Google it too.
Just Osteostrong.
Yeah, Osteostrong.
It really is amazing, and how fast it goes, and it doesn't.
No sweat, no pain.
Okay. All right. Dayna, thank you so much for coming by.
You're very welcome. Thank you.